Identifying specific threats that may directly affect our properties is an important stage of permaculture design. It allows us to incorporate protections that also support an abundant landscape meeting our goals. For example, we can design against storms with windbreak plantings, which also serve the additional functions of providing nut, fruit and timber yields, as well as providing beauty and habitat for wild animals. Permaculture design is taken with the long view, so it might take a decade before the windbreak is established and provides adequate protection to buildings, gardens and livestock. However, we can also use permaculture ethics, principles and strategies to design non-landscape-based responses to emergencies that endure from the beginning to the long-stage climax scale. Building a house, operating earthwork machinery or celebrating with friends can also lead to emergencies, such as a fall from a ladder or a cut from a broken wine bottle. A sudden death in the family might require travel. Emergencies like these, which require first aid, a hospital stay or a sudden journey, might be just as distressing to process as 48 hours without electricity or having to evacuate your home. Developing a general emergency plan and kit and skills is relevant regardless of whether you live in an urban centre, a calm village or in an area beset by regular monsoon flooding. General recommendations are that you should collate and securely store information such as important contact details, utility and bank account numbers, health details including optical prescriptions, and instructions to share with neighbours or friends if you need someone to care for your property while you're away. Keep online copies, but make sure that you have printed copies available, as in the event of emergencies, internet and telephone access is often interrupted. In addition to your informational plan, you should make sure you have a well-stocked first aid kit and emergency food, clean water and the ability to safely manage human and other waste if sewage lines and waste processing are available. Maintaining a kitchen garden, stocking your pantry well, having supplies of rainwater and knowing how to make and manage a compost toilet are all ways to contribute to this resilience. However, preparing a portable kit with spare warm clothes, medicines and glasses, non-perishable, easily prepared food and clean water is recommended. If you go camping, you may find that you have the majority of that equipment already and just need to develop a process of repacking your backpack, ensuring that supplies such as a camping stove gas are always stocked. Generally, the first 24 hours after an emergency event are the most critical, and it is at this time that your own resilience and that of your neighbours and greater community is required. Providing first aid, putting out fires, repairing damaged buildings, checking on the elderly and infirm, reuniting parents with lost children, or just having a cup of tea with someone who is distressed, are all activities that have to take place straight away, regardless of whether the mains power is up and running. Even in the best governed and well-equipped places of the world, after a major event, it may take up to 72 hours for help to arrive and services such as electricity to be restored. Having strong connections within a community is one of the greatest factors as to how people get through a disaster and start the recovery process. From my perspective, the sense of community connection and people care is one of the most important points of difference about permaculture's approach to disaster preparedness. In the next video, I'll talk about how you can incorporate people care into your disaster profile.